When she cried, I'd hold her. She couldn't understand why her husband had to leave her like he did.
To me, in my opinion, I feel like that she's lost, you know, without him. That she knows, she's always been used to him handling everything, doing everything for her, you know, as far as things need to be done. But now she has to learn how to do things on her, you know, without him. And that's hard. That's real hard. You know, you have all the many years with the person that you think that you're going to spend the rest of your life with, and then they're snatched up in a blink of a moment and they're gone. And there's no, you know, you can't bring them back. But I think if she had one wish in all the world, that she'd want Billy Ray back.
You see the loss in her, you see the hurt in her. I remember the day of the funeral. She looked at me, she said, "Jennifer, I'm never going to see my daddy anymore."
Even though it's been the amount of time that it's been, I think that it's just like it happened yesterday or today. You know, I think she tries to keep herself busy and occupied to keep her from thinking about things. But I'm pretty sure at night, you know, when she's alone in her room and Zach is in his room, I'm pretty sure she thinks about it a lot.
She doesn't have a dad that she can go to and talk to and spend time with. And that everybody needs a father and a grandfather and a husband. I mean, especially if you've been with him so long. And she cries about him whenever we talk about him. She just wants to have him. She just wants him back.
And when you look at that child and she wants something done, she don't have her daddy to go to anymore. He's gone. She depended on her father a lot, and she misses him. You can see it. If you know Heather, you can see it. She's empty, as we all are.
I said, "Honey, I can't take Daddy's place, but if I can help anyway, I'll be here." And she would call me, and sometimes she'd come down here crying when Patty weren't here. I didn't let Patty know because I didn't want her to be upset. But she was devastated. Everything she had, she felt like she had, was taken away when her daddy was gone.
Billy Ray's loss to Zach is like, he didn't just lose his papa, he lost his best friend. He lost his mentor. He lost his dad. It's like, he was like a daddy and a granddaddy and his best friend. He was like all in one, rolled in together.
With Zach, I think it's affected his loss because he don't have a grandfather. Of course, he has a dad, but it's not much time spent. And I think that if he had a grandfather, he would have someone to look up to. And, I mean, he's turned out to be a good boy, but he just really needs that man in his life.
And I'm sure that boy learned a lot out of the short time. And he's going to miss a lot by not having him in the long term. It's just sad to lose a person that everybody loved.
His granddaddy was his best friend. They did everything together. This child was raised with a grandfather, and now he lives without one. I mean, he wakes up in the morning, there's no grandfather to have breakfast with, or they get in the truck and go somewhere and decide to go buy some fishing stuff or go fishing, go dirtbag. He can't sit down and have a conversation with him. He can't play a video game with him anymore. The little boy just had to learn to exist without something that he had known all his life, and now it's not there.
When you reach your peak, God will take you home. You'll be missed. My thing is, when you're snatched away, it's not fair.
This is a letter that we got from Carolina Donor Services after we donated Bill's organs, and it reads, "Dear Mrs. Greene, words alone cannot begin to express my heartfelt sympathy towards you and your family in the loss of your husband, Billy. We at Carolina Donor Services would like to extend our sincere gratitude to you for your decision to donate Billy's organs, tissues, and eyes. Through this decision, Billy has impacted so many lives. The recipients and their families, I am writing to provide information about the outcome of the donor process. Billy's liver was transplanted into a 40-year-old man who lives in Tennessee. He is the father of 2 children, a 19-year-old daughter and a 16-year-old son. He's a former welder who enjoys hunting and fishing. He has a good prognosis. Billy's left kidney was transplanted into a 53-year-old man from North Carolina who is married, the father of 4 children, ages 6, 20, 22, and 26. Once he recovers, he would like to return to work as a member of a photo location crew. He also likes to golf and garden. His prognosis is good also. With his information, the following given. To the donor family, thank you with all my heart. I feel very fortunate to have received this gift to continue my life. I appreciate it. My family appreciates it. We are saddened for your loss. This is like a second chance for life to me, and I will not waste it. Billy's right kidney was transplanted into a 53-year-old lady, also from North Carolina. She is married and the mother of 2 children and the grandmother of 3. She used to work as a CNA and hopes to return to work after recovery. Her prognosis is good. This is her second kidney transplant. The first was from a living donor that lasted 25 years. Along with her information is the following. To the donor family, she is a good Christian who enjoys helping others, and she is very happy you chose to help her. She really appreciates the gift, which she is grateful for. Due to strict medical criteria, other gifts such as lung, pancreas, heart, valves, eyes, and skin were unable to be recovered for transplant.
Her financial future is bleak. She does like I did all my life. She probably works at a minimum wage job, struggles to make ends meet. And if there's any compassion out there from this city, they will open their eyes and see what this tragedy cost her and her family and do the right thing.
In my opinion, the police department should have had their lights on and their siren on, and then maybe he could have heard it and had a chance to have got out of his way. The understanding I get, the policeman going 75, 80 mile an hour in a 35 mile an hour zone without no lights and siren on, you know, that's just negligence in the police department, in my opinion.
Billy Ray's loss has left a void, an open hole in Patty's life. She doesn't have the security of having a husband to help support her. Her life will never be the same. One day's tragedy took her financial security, took her husband and her best friend, and there's nothing anyone can do about it but compensate her. And is that ever enough? Is it? I mean, she would rather have her husband here.
Right now, like I said, my mother's here helping me. God forbid he take her. At this point in time, I wouldn't be able to make it on my own. Because I do not bring in the money my husband did. I could not cover this overhead on my own, honestly. So, you know, I don't plan for the future because right now there's nothing to plan with.
Their future was to grow old, live together, and enjoy life. Because they worked hard all their life. They were a young couple, struggled, made it. And who knows where their future could have been if he'd have been here. We'll never know now. It's gone.